Let not your heart be troubled. This is Two Blind Crew.
Yeah. Two Blind Crew. Two Blind Crew.
Daddy, what's wrong with you?
Let not your heart be troubled. This is Two Blind Crew. Less one. I am Jeff. Greg we gave him the week off. You know, he's working hard, man. Actually, we'll be back next week. By golly, if I gotta go get one of those shepherd crooks, get it around his neck and drag him over here, we will do it. Matter of fact, we might do it anyway, just for fun now that I've mentioned it. Listen, make sure you stop by the website, twoblindcrew.com. Like us on Facebook, and please, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. This is Christian Life Insight from two guys without sight. Of course, it's two guys. Today it's just one. At any rate, we missed you last week. No, you're not crazy. We failed to post one. Life happens sometimes, and well, last week was one of those weeks in which it did. But we're back and wanted to throw something up a little early this week. Normally we put these up on Tuesdays. We're putting this up on Sunday. We're going for it. We ain't waiting. No longer, anyway. So let not your heart be troubled. You know, I just woke up this morning to crazy news, and again, it's Sunday. What is it, the 8th, something like that, of April. And these are today's headlines. This will be up shortly. But apparently, there's been another gas or chemical attack in Syria, according to Arev Shiva and the Jerusalem Post, two publications out of Israel, of course. And I think it was CNN or somebody kind of had the story as well, but it was buried way down there. It took me a while to find it. And it happened probably about, 10 hours, 11 hours ago now. And I think 150 people are said to have died, essentially suffocated. Just the life just choked out of them with these terrible weapons. Of course, Syria denies it. Currently, I think Russia, Iran, and Turkey are having a security meeting to try to counter the UN and the U.S. On some matters. Yeah, nothing to see here. Ezekiel 38 and 39. I'm sorry, did I slip out? Yeah, lots of crazy things happening. Of course, I just did a video for another one of my channels on how we are ripe for economic collapse. You realize that from 1791 to 2000, 209 years to get to $5 trillion in debt. And now every 8 years, we're literally doubling it. As of September of last year, we were at $20 trillion. Already have added over $1 trillion in the first 6 months. And the omnibus bill that Congress just passed into law, whether or not we spend it all, remains to be seen. But another $1.3 trillion, making it a total of $2.3 trillion plus dollars. Friends, there's lots to be concerned about. However, I am here to remind you today, as I was getting a little worked up earlier over these things, you know what? It's bad news for the world. It's bad news if you're planning on sticking around here long term. I, for one, am not. I'm looking for the shofar to sound, the trumpet to sound, depending on whether or not you're messianic or not. It's the same thing in the end. When the shofar is sounded and we are caught up in the air to meet him in glory and be with him forevermore, it just makes me remember what Yeshua, Jesus said, "Let not your heart be troubled, for all these things must happen, but the end is not yet." But you know what? It's okay. It's actually, while it's bad news, and we should be praying for the victims of this 7-year war now. This has been going on 7 long years. And just the tragedy of those people being killed. We should pray for the family members. We should pray for mercy for the innocents in Syria, and pray always for the peace of Jerusalem. It's right there on their border. Israel calling for the U.S. to act The United States says all options are on the table. Hey, yeah, nothing to see here. But you know what? It makes for great television, great drama. But don't let yourself get caught up in it. Be vigilant, be wise, be prepared. Now would be a good time to get your house in order and make sure you're living right, living holy, living according to what Yeshua encouraged everybody to do, to keep his commands. If you love me, keep my commandments. What are his commandments? 613 of them. He is the Torah. He is the Word made flesh. If you don't know what all that means and you have questions, just email me, jeff@twoblindcrew.com, jeff@twoblindcrew.com. And if you're a local here in North Carolina, we'd love to have you out at a service, and email me and I'll give you the official invite. But, good times are coming. Even, I think it's Isaiah chapter 17 off the top of my head. I may be wrong. But I think it's Isaiah 17 prophesies the ultimate destruction of the oldest and longest continually inhabited city on earth, and that's Damascus. It will be a heap of ruins, never to be inhabited again. And when we look at prophecy in the Middle East and all of the destruction that's going to come to Egypt and to Syria and other places, even Iran, there's a remnant that will be spared. And God declares that in that day, all will know that he is the Lord, and all will worship him once again. I look forward to that day, and I hope you do too. Make sure you keep all these things in prayer. And again, let not your heart be troubled. Until next time, God bless.